All right? We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to teach our people in the ways of the Heavenly Father through the Holy Bible. We're here to tell our people, who are you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the scattered Israelites through the fatherline of the Israelite foreigners as well, that there's an elect that will be saved out of the coming destruction of World War III, that the Heavenly Father only wants that remnant to be saved. The rest of you nations is not for you. Okay, but we will warn you of the impending doom that is coming. All right, I'm going to start first by giving all praises and glories unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash.
Double honor to our apostles, the bishops and the elders of the great millstone who teach God and rule well, and greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto you, hopeful elect out there. Shalom unto you. All right, we come out to prophesy every week. We're here in Sin City, Las Vegas, and of course there's all types of turmoil all over the world. But we come to teach you or to show you that prophecy is speaking in every sense of the word, all right? In different facets, with storm that can only be, what's the word I want to use? Attributed to the Heavenly Father's power. Okay, evil that can only be attributed to the wicked's power, which the Heavenly Father has put in power. Okay, that these are the last days of the last days, according to the moral compass and the wickedness and the acceptance of wickedness going on in the earth. All right, and you guys think this invincible lady of kingdoms, the most delicate woman ever, aka America, will stand forever. That no matter what comes upon it, that it'll be all right. It'll band together and figure it out, and it'll be all right. Well, that's not the truth of the prophecies of the Bible. All right, and it is written in code names, so don't look for the word America or USA or nothing like that in there. All right, you got it, bro.
This is Genesis 6 and verse 11. If you want me, I can go back to the other verses, but I wanted to get this. It says, and the earth also was corrupt before the Most High, power Yahweh, and the earth was filled with violence, and the Most High power looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth.
And if you look at the way the world is set up, I'll just use that again, moral purpose of the world at large, there's no righteousness that's being pushed forth. It's only moving further and further towards wickedness and the acceptance of wickedness by all the people in the world. Where's the masses of people in the world against the corruption that's going on in the earth? Where's all the mass I mean, people will raise up for money and will raise up for certain agendas being pushed. But what about morality? What about righteousness? Okay, who's standing up for righteousness? We're the ones that stand up for righteousness. We're the ones changing the standard through the Bible, showing you that what the Most High accepts as righteousness. We're the ones standing up to push that in the earth.
You got when it said the Lord look upon the earth, what's the big thing in the news, man? That has the government inquiring about UAPs, UFOs, which are the angels of the Heavenly Father. When the angels of the Heavenly Father look upon the earth, and you see, but sin and iniquity and violence, that's the eyes of the Lord, man. So the angels report back to the Heavenly Father, saying this was going on upon the earth right now, and it's about to be time for the Lord to send His Son back, man.
Right. All right. I got a quick one to go right there.
It is Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom.
And like the brother said, those UAPs or the chariots that the angels travel in, they're watching the earth. Okay? And what's the sinful kingdom? The true sense of the sinful kingdom are you 2/3 Israelites, man. Okay? That are willfully sinning and don't give a damn about punishments or that there's a punishment to come, about the judgments that are coming when the day of the Lord happens. Okay? But in turn, the place that signifies the sinful kingdom is right here in Babylon the Great, aka America. All right? Right here is where a lot of the wickedness in the world is pushed out. Okay? And the rest of the world sees the leader of this world, the Lady of Kingdoms, the whore riding on the beast, pushing it in the earth, flying around and corrupting the whole earth.
They call the president the leader of the free world.
The leader of the how do you don't call one land, one continent even the leader of the free world? But this is the pride. Okay, we know pride comes before the fall. You got to go.
It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the simple kingdom, and I'll destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. So going back, if he's seeing corruption in the world, well, he has to realize that this is the place really pushing it. And he has to destroy it off the face of the earth. Go ahead. You got
might
it.
add, it's like that same feeling that he actually had
Yep.
before he flooded it is the same feeling he has for America.
That's right.
But he has a different remedy for it instead of using
Water.
And it's also to be mixed with that same sentiment he had for Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
And that's the method he decided to judge the world by, starting with this place particularly. Right? Yeah.
Well, what's the judgment for a witch? You know,
Right.
you gotta burn her, man.
Yep.
And this is the mother of witchcrafts. You know,
Mother of harlots,
harlots.
abominations of the earth.
Yeah, man.
It says, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
Well, I will not destroy all the house of Jacob because I have a remnant. I have an elect that will continue, that I said I will not keep my anger with forever, which will in turn become a merciful situation for the whole nation as they come back to the loins of the elect.
In the kingdom.
In the kingdom, of course, after the destruction. You got it.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sea. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
So the Israelites that are scattered, that think they're of the other nations, the Israelite foreigners, that think they're of the other nations, they're going to get to be Israelites again and live in all the blessings of Israelites when they come back. Or if they're of the elect now, they'll move into it now. Now let's go back though. Because they're the only ones that are standing up and fighting for righteousness, that are living by the standard of righteousness according to the truth and spirit of the Bible. You got it, bro.
Okay, going back.
Oh, you have something? Oh, you have what do you have?
Going back, well, I got one more verse on that. Genesis 6. It says, verse 13, and Yahweh said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
And I will destroy them with the earth. Somebody get Isaiah 66 real quick. And then I want you, while they're getting that, read that.
I got the same what he got in the amplified version.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Reading up, or you want to read that now? We're going to read up 6 and like 5, 6, up in there we're talking about.
Well, y'all can get that first, and then I'll read.
Is Isaiah 6?
But hold on.
Back in Genesis 6 and 5, it says, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
And it's funny because the situation with Adam, Eve, and the serpent all created this evil in the earth. Okay? It all created the dynamic of it spreading like wildfire, unintended.
The bad influence of Eve.
Yep.
You know, his influence on the earth is all bad.
The serpent, the spirit of that serpent, which was a man, was the forefather of that spirit that became Cain, that eventually became Esau, which is the wicked, which were the sons of the wicked, which are the wicked today, which are the Edomites, that continues to push that wicked vibration in the earth.
It's a vibration of no discipline.
No discipline, no morality, no what's the word? Epicureanism.
Yeah.
Okay.
No respect towards the Most High
Yep.
and His Word.
That's right.
There's no
For his
respect.
people.
Right. No,
You know?
no accountability.
Yep.
Hmm?
That's right. You got it, bro.
It says, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
That's why when you go further into the history after this, That's why we were given these statutes, laws, and commandments on tablets, so that we would have a literal tablet that says, hey, this is what you need. That tablet is now what's comprised in the first books of Moses in this book. Okay? Yeah. Right? This is stop completely then.
Oh,
But yeah, but so that began, he had to give that, so now we're without excuse. And by giving it to us physically, we can make a physical acceptance to the covenant with him. And when we don't keep the covenant, this is what we're getting into in the earth now. Okay? But he was giving this particularly to his chosen people. All right? And that's through the history going leaving out of Egypt.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth. And it grieved him at his heart.
And think about it, when you do something like, I know it's going to be bad, but damn, I didn't expect it to be this bad. This thing is all the way bad. The evil is even corrupting the good.
So it looks like it's overcoming.
Yes.
You know, it's winning.
Yeah, and that's literally what's happening today on the earth. So if that's what's happening back in the time of Noah, then the flood came and tried to correct everybody. That's not working. What level now does the Heavenly Father have to go to get that established?
I wanted to say, just imagine how bad it got, because
Right.
if the Lord started to get that angry, that means that it was a duration of time
Yep.
for accumulation of wickedness to transpire on the earth.
Yep.
You know, like we know that the Lord is slow to anger, but he's great in wrath. So it had to have been a long process where just people on earth just didn't give a shit,
Yep.
and you know it got out of hand. It was over. Basically, it was over the top to the point where the Lord was like, "All right, that's it, man. I gotta do something about this one." You know, the Lord is very long suffering. Look how long He suffered.
Us in this time.
Us in these times.
Yeah.
Hell, even going back to the time of when Esau was ruling during the Greeks and the Romans.
Because right there it says that the wickedness was increased throughout the earth.
Yep.
Con.
When he came-
First-
Yeah, when he came
First
back to
Maccabees,
power.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even the point leading up to them putting the spirit on Noah to build the ark.
Yeah.
Let alone the time it took Noah to build the
That's
ark.
20 years or so,
Yeah.
at least.
Plus years. You know? So that's another of it just continuing on and on. And now the pride in man was getting out of control in it. Boasting against Noah, talking, you know them people was talking shit, man.
Yeah.
They talk shit
Jake.
now. This seems reasonable
Yeah.
what we're doing.
And
You know,
that's-
Jake like the best shit talkers.
Oh, yeah.
They get creative and
Creative and
mock and
hit you where it hurts.
you know, they probably
Yeah.
was out there acting like they was building an ark and
Yeah.
you know, just doing the
Big
most,
old
man.
toys.
Niggas probably making fucking sitcoms and shit out of it. You know, Jake is
Yeah.
over the top.
Yeah.
Hey, like it says in Ecclesiastes 7, where it says the Most High had made man to be upright. When they sought out many inventions.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure back then they was sorting out new creative ways to be wicked,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just like they do today. You know?
Hey,
We've been talking about
yeah.
the body count
Yeah.
challenge. Let's put all our body count numbers up online and dance and sing about it
And with no shame.
with no shame at all.
This new shit?
Bro.
I mean that's actually old. Actually, that was
It-
probably a year ago or so.
You see these interviews with, you know, Jake, they interview certain women and they got some deep, wicked ass
Oh,
secrets.
bro.
And they'll and
It's something you never told your boyfriend. Then I slept with his brother.
All that
Yeah.
dedicated.
and they're not ashamed to bring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, most women be like, you know,
Nah. You're trying to take it to the grave.
Well, it's the harlot. America is the harlot, so America is very, very proud. So
proud.
these women are harlots.
God.
Yeah, the same spirits on them.
You know, a harlot, a prostitute is supposed to be like, damn, shit, I need to get out this life.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be humble, but hey, America, you know, has the same spirit as these women.
What proves that they proud is that if you ask them that question in private, they don't want to answer.
Yeah.
As soon as the camera come out, they
Yeah.
get
Cause the clout. They feel like they get clout on them.
Right.
Let me get a quick script real quick, and then we get right back. Sirach 10, at verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that have it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and
An
overthrew them
abomination of
utterly.
detestable acts. So you being proud to go online and say this is what my body count is, and I'm proud of it. Look, slut walks or whatever, slut marches and shit. I'm a slut. I'm happy to be Jesse Lee. I'm happy to be a slut. You're a slut too, Jesse. Like, no, I'm a slut maker. Clowning, but at the same time, y'all have no damn shame. The real shame should come with when you're offered another chance to be upright and you choose to not be upright.
Like
You
Yahweh
can do the right thing.
I'm saying like Yahweh Shai told the that woman, sin no more. It was you know what I'm talking
Act of
about.
adultery.
Yeah.
He spared her.
Yeah.
He said, go thy way and sin no more. You know? That's what should be. You didn't got a grace or what's a mercy, so to speak, to turn it around, and you're not using it. And that's not just to the woman, that's to everybody, man. That's what we're up here doing. We're trying to turn it around. We're all guilty of something that we've done in our lifetime, in this lifetime, but we're trying to turn it around by stacking up righteousness that'll Lord willing, protect us, you know, when the day of evil comes. You had you still holding that?
Genesis.
You still holding it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that was it on that? Okay, you got it.
This is Genesis 6 and verse 5, and this is in the Amplified version. It says, the Lord saw that wickedness, the depravity of man was great on the earth, and that every imagination or intent of the thoughts of his heart were only evil continually. The Lord regretted that he had made mankind on the earth, and he was deeply grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I would destroy, annihilate mankind, whom I have created from the surface of the earth. Not only man, but the animals and the crawling things and the birds of the air, because it deeply grieves me to see mankind sin. So you can only imagine. It was probably committing bestiality with the animals. That's why the animals had to, some of the animals had to die too. You know, the fowls of the air, they was probably worshiping them.
Worshiping the stars.
Worshiping just doing all type of wickedness. And we know that the scriptures talk about how
Be not
it
dismayed.
talks about idolatry being the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Yep.
So there was a lot of heavy idolatry going on as well. You know?
The sun is shining beautifully on the earth. Now your word, now that begins the idea of, you know, you're going to find the sun versus the maker of the sun, you know?
Especially if the sons of God was marrying the women of the other nations.
Right.
That was the sons of God. That was the Israelites before we were known as Israel. It was intermingling with these women. So you can already you know, imagine what they was getting themselves into. It was pissing the Most High off. And the Lord had to take away from their immortality.
Yeah, the lifespan.
You know? That was corrupting themselves in those practices, man. You know, Jay get heavy into idol worship, dealing with these other nations.
Yeah.
Right. And I was going to make a quick correlation. If that happened to the wisest King Solomon, by marrying other women, how much would that be easy to happen to our whole nation, let alone to the sons of God in those earlier times, when we hadn't seen the miracles, all of the miracles, you know, at that point, of Egypt and of Sodom and Gomorrah and all those and all those battles that our nation fought. Hit that right quick, then we go right there. I just want to make the correlation between how a woman of another nation can make you go into her gods.
1 Kings 11 and starting at 3. And he said, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart.
Yep.
For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh his power, and was the heart of David as was the heart of David his father.
Get the two greatest figures that were not directly Yahweh Shai in our nation. Okay, it's hard to say it, but you know, they weren't in the, Solomon wasn't in his incarnation of Yahweh Shai, but he was imperfect as Solomon. Okay, and David before him was imperfect Even though he was a man after the Most High's heart, he was still imperfect before the Most High. So how much more the sons of God?
They both fell by the way of a woman.
Yep. Which
going back to the
Yep.
Adam, he
Yep.
fell by a woman.
Exactly. Which we know the more incarnations matter, man. Which in Esdras, we were warned not to allow our children to marry with the children of the other nations for the same exact thing. But now look where we're at now.
Yeah.
We're all the way down the rabbit hole in this thing with it now.
Yeah, nothing good happens when you let your woman lead
Yep.
and make spiritual decisions.
That's right. You got it, brother.
I got something real quick on King Solomon correlation. I was trying. Hebrews 7:27.
Yep.
Who needeth not daily as those high priests to offer up sacrifice for his own sins,
Yep.
and then for the people's.
It's talking about the man that walked without sin. So what sins are they talking about? They're talking about his sins in his previous life.
Right.
As King Solomon.
And
Those
as
sins
Adam.
that we're speaking of.
Yeah.
And as
As
Adam.
Adam.
Right.
For his own sins, and then for the people's. So the Israelites did let. For this he did once when he offered himself.
The only person that offered himself was Yahweh Shah. When he offered himself on behalf of the whole nation and on behalf of his own sins. But didn't the prophet say that he would die, I'm trying to think how to put it. Is that the one? Where it
We're
says
talking
that?
about in 2 Samuel, where it says that he will be visited with the stripes of men.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
If he sins,
Yep.
he will
Yeah, it
be
was a
visited
prophecy of Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
Right.
2 Samuel 6,
with 7.
7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. So this is
Yeah.
all correlating, and you got to see it on a higher level how it comes down. It was as is the king, so are the people, right? Well, as is our leaders had been, the so way is our people. And in the kingdom of heaven, as is our leader, our head, Yahweh Shai will be, so will we be. But we're not there yet, man. We got a lot to pay for before we get to that point. All right? So you go back to your point.
It says, I'll read verse 7 again. It says, so the Lord said, I will destroy, annihilate mankind, whom I have created from the surface of the earth. Not only man, but the animals, the crawling things, and the birds of the air, because it deeply grieves me to see mankind sin, and I regret that I have made them. But Noah found favor and grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the records of the generations, family history of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, one who was just and had right standing with the Most High God, blameless in his evil generation. Noah,
Reminds you of Lot. So
Yeah.
one of the few that could that had to look at all the wickedness, but can make it out of all of that.
Yeah.
same with Abraham too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
His father and his brothers were all idolaters.
Yep.
That's why the Most High had to remove him.
Yeah, he took it into
Yeah.
from all his
Yeah.
riches and
All
he
of
didn't
it.
want it all.
It says, now Noah became the father of the 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The population of the earth was corrupt, absolutely depraved, spiritually and morally putrid. And putrid,
Yeah.
it means to decay, rot,
Yep.
emitting a fetid smell,
Yep.
decomposing, rotting, decayed,
Somebody
rancid,
get Isaiah 1.
foul, moldy,
Yep.
yeah,
Showing the
unpleasant,
condition.
repulsive.
And this is the current condition of our people. He's describing the current condition of our people.
I mean, this is describing what they were back then, but how much more now?
Right.
It tells you that in Jeremiah that they become a degenerate plant.
What was the one I was thinking how things become wicked
Mine.
with age? That things were apocryphal? Second interest? Yeah, I don't think mine was fully charged.
Like Jake don't have any moral ethics or code to themselves anymore.
How do you know? Listen to the music.
Yeah.
And then look at the streets. Either imitating art or art imitating life. One of the two. But you see it in our people and in our music. That one here? That one's good?
It's more of a chance that Jake will die by the hands of another Jake before a person of another nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder what that's to. It's probably like 10 times at least.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 more than like,
Yeah.
you know. you see how unmerciful our people are.
Yeah.
You know, when Jake goes out and do hit licks, go and commit burglary, rob motherfuckers, it's usually on their own people. This is one of the reasons why the Lord has a controversy with Zion.
They go to the people that ain't got shit. They don't go to the people that got, you know, the Edomite neighborhoods, the Gook neighborhoods. They go right there in their own neighborhoods where Jake ain't got shit in their house. You know what I mean? A TV, some Jordans,
They might have
a chain.
Xbox.
When they do rob an Edomite or if they went after Edomites, Esau would come after Jake with a sword like with vengeance.
He got the mass murderers for
So they're like forced to rob each other. They're like crabs in a barrel, man.
It ain't gonna be that bad.
You know? It's easier to just rob somebody that looks like you than to rob a freaking Chinese person.
Well, that's through the spirit. Book of Genesis. You know, it said basically, Cain. Yeah, Cain.
Yep.
If somebody touched Cain, put vengeance on Cain, it'd be what, 100 or 200, or twofold or something like that.
Yeah.
Coming back on you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that shows you that this man is that same spirit with that same covenant, so to speak, still working in the earth. That covenant being lifted, man. That he made with Cain.
But Jake's not even smart enough to realize that they're being led into a snare. This place is just nothing but snares for you. You know, they want you to rob your people. They want you to rob and kill each other. They want you to sell drugs to each other. And you're not smart enough to understand that it's a trap. And say, hold up, nah, we're not gonna fall for that. No, you still continue to do it.
Hey, whose podcast was that? And Ice Cube was on talking about, was it talking to somebody else who was just on? And he was talking about that prison industrial complex.
Yeah.
I can't remember whose podcast or what show that was.
Yeah.
But he was just talking about that, showing you that was something real in the music. And it's pretty much when he left NWA, he started to have, he still talked about the gangster shit, but he had also another message of being better, protect being better in his music as well ever since.
Yeah.
So he always seemed to be the smart one.
He called E out in some of his songs. You know, he knew Esau was evil, basically.
Yeah.
Like a white man. You know?
Shit, he had it firsthand with Jerry Heller.
Yeah.
He had it with Amalek.
Yeah. The top of the
Yeah.
total part of the book.
So it's with Bill Maher.
He was Bill Maher.
Yeah, he put that devil on blast too.
Yeah. You gotta have that know and that understanding of who's who in the world. I'm not saying follow like you. I'm simply saying if you don't know the basics, if you're not out the sign of crime, this ain't for you, and you just gonna catch the judgment of what the wicked in the earth are doing, because that means that's why your mind ain't in tune with it, because you're too in tune with wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
That was it on that on the Amplified version?
No, that was more.
Yeah, you got it.
It says the population of the earth was corrupt, absolutely depraved, spiritually and morally putrid. I think about how the demoralization of people leaving from getting away from religion. The fact that people just don't care anymore.
Yeah, they don't believe in nothing.
They don't believe in nothing. They don't stand for nothing. They're pretty much on some, man, let's just let's just be free and liberal and do whatever we feel. Love what we want to love, and let's not judge each other. That people are just getting to that point. They don't believe in a higher power. Their moral compass is completely diminished.
And mainly, fuck the heathens. It's our people.
Yeah,
our people.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah, our people is the ones that supposed to believe and have know who that higher power is, and that he exists and that he's with us. The heathens.
His compass of
Yeah,
morality.
yeah.
Our people are the ones going far left.
Yeah, they the ones that's the furthest.
Yep.
They really dive head first into all of that shit that you were just naming.
This man don't have a hand in that with Willie Lynch and the slavery times and the plantation and all of that. He did have a hand in this stuff, but now that we ain't directly on the chain and you got access to libraries, books, and the internet. Come on now, we still doing that. We can read. We still, you know what I'm saying? They killed us for reading the Bible. Now we can read it freely, and we just don't want to. Right? So everything that we're into is corrupt, but we don't even try to seek out the truth. You got it, bro.
It says, in the Most High's sight, and the land was filled with violence, desecration, infringement, outrage, assault, and lust for power. The Most High looked on the earth and saw how debased and degenerate it was. For all humanity had corrupted their way on the earth and lost their true direction.
It is. Lost our true direction. So the prophets are here to I'm not going to say get it, but Isaiah 58th chapter, showing us the direction that we should be moving in. Okay, show the house of Israel their transgressions and Jacob their sins. But we won't walk in that way. Okay, Ezekiel also says a similar thing, that we got to call our people out, you know, and then when they can't, but don't be dismayed when their heads are hard against ours. Okay, don't be dismayed if they won't do them. Okay, so we're not upset that you won't do it, because we know there's a judgment to come. All right, but you will know that there have been a prophet among you when it comes down, when the judgment comes down. You're gonna wish you had made different decisions later. All that that our people are into now, trying to chasing the bag, chasing the broad, you know, drugged out. Wickedness is at the forefront of their mind, how to get over on somebody. You're gonna wish you made other decisions, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to stand with that. You're gonna have to stand. Matter of fact, yeah, that was it, right? Get that in Isaiah 66 real quick, and then you can go with your other precepts.
15, right?
Yeah.
And, Isaiah 66 and 15 says, "For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind."
That's the difference between the time of Noah and the time of now. That will come, the judgment that's coming, that's like a Noah event. Okay? To cleanse the earth. This time he's going to do it with fire. Okay? He just doesn't have to only save 8 souls this time. Now he can save a healthy remnant of the people off the earth.
Yeah, 144,000 1/3.
Yep, of our people, but then there'll be a remnant of the heathen as well that'll still be around to get to work. All right, you got it, bro.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So like he's showing you that there's prophecy even in this verse of the chariots. Okay, they're right here showing you the time of this judgment is also the time that these chariots are going to be right there like a whirlwind. Okay, and there will be a great time of confusion, which is also spoken of in the scriptures, where you guys are going to begin to seek the prophets and seek the words. But hey, it's all going to be trouble. Okay, you're going to run into nothing but more problems because you didn't take prudence into your mind when you should have.
Hey, we're all headed to the blowing of the trumpets, right? Well, we're blowing a trumpet right now. You know, a spiritual trumpet.
Yeah,
Sound, sounding the alarm. You know, that hey, destruction is coming, war is coming. You know, that sound is meant to wake you up, to get you out of that folly, that sleep. You know, it's meant to arouse you and turn up that switch in you, to and put fear in you. You know, the message is very urgent.
Yep.
It's urgent. It's got to be delivered ASAP. No sugarcoating it.
Yep. It ain't gonna help you to
No,
sugarcoat it.
it has to be brought out plainly as it is, as it says.
Yep.
That hey, if you don't get right, Genesis 6 is happening to you in a form of fire.
Yep.
Okay, and plagues. And if you're not awake, if you don't see the world how it is right now, filled with violence and death and corruption, covetousness, adultery, pollution. If you're not vexed by that, then bye-bye. You know,
Yep.
it's that. It really is that simple. Like our people are starting to figure out that there's something wrong with the world. Okay, you figure it out. You know there's something wrong. Now you got to go to the people that can tell you what you need to do to escape.
And we're also telling you how bad it's about to get. Because if people go, okay, there's storms, okay, there's earthquakes, okay.
They don't even take them serious.
They don't
People, I see people on social media right now planning that. Oh, where's the hurricane?
Yeah, yeah.
Cali, you know, where's the hurricane? I thought y'all would talk about this big old hurricane, like mocking, like.
Yeah.
I got a scripture for that. 2 Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute.
Scourges like an ass whooping, like a whooping, but small, not detrimental to kill you, but enough to, but like a punishment to get you awake and get you on point. But our people, what is he about to say? You got it.
Verse
It's
20.
like if I may say, like, you know how you might be doing something that your parents told you to stop doing, but you continue to do it, and then out of nowhere, while you're doing it, but you don't see your parents sneaking up on you, and then out of nowhere, he might pop the shit out you, or might just thump you. You should be like, oh shit, like, damn, that kind of hurt it. Yeah, that's to get you to fucking stop. Because he told you not to do it. Well, that's how the Lord, you know, punishes you when you doing your wickedness and you not paying attention, you know, to what it is, you know, that's going on. You know, you just in your wickedness and you being proud. The Lord gonna continue to up them plagues on you. It's not meant for you to be comfortable. That pain is intended for you to try to hurry up and change, so that you don't experience it again.
Yeah.
But like it tells you in Jeremiah, you know, why should you be stricken anymore?
Verse 19. Behold, famines and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges.
Yeah. Oh, they stop for the moment, and then they turn around the next moment, they into something else. This is to get us to turn from all forms of wickedness. Okay? To acknowledge what wickedness is, and to acknowledge what righteousness is, and turn away from wickedness and turn wholeheartedly unto righteousness.
See, Jake should fear, like what they just did to Maui. You should fear the power who gave the power to the people who caused that.
That allows that type of.
Because ultimately the Most High did it on the left hand side.
Man, imagine that happened in the inner city.
The hood.
Yeah, you can do it right.
He gonna do it in the hood.
They gonna.
Let's not act like it ain't gonna happen.
And who's gonna care for Jake? The other nations are not gonna. They're not gonna
come down from
They're gonna say yes.
They're gonna come down
You
from
know?
Beverly Hills to South Central and Watts to.
Fuck no.
Really?
They're gonna clap.
They're gonna bring in all the goods and stuff. They ain't letting it happen. You know, Lahaina is like the ritzy, like the Beverly Hills of Hawaii, of Maui.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always the island itself is like the
It's like the top one of all.
top
Luxurious tourist
luxurious.
Yeah.
attraction.
Yeah,
And that's the top of that island. You know, the luxury island. I met a lady yesterday that said we used to go shopping and all kinds of things. And she's buying $700 worth of goods from me. You know, not from me, but from where I work. Like, hey, that shows you that if they don't care for that, how much more are they not going to care for you? Lowly rapping, drugs selling, drug dealing, drug using niggas out there, man.
Roads infested.
Man.
The Lord can cause a Maui situation on Brooklyn, Compton,
yep.
Chirac, wherever, New Orleans, Philly. He could do that.
Skid Row.
The Lord could do that. And if the Lord allow for some of you to survive, and the Lord have the prophets tell you why that happened, you niggas will still find a way to go back to your wicked ways.
Yeah.
You will revolt more and more.
You'll still revolt, man. You'll still cuss brothers out, tell them they don't know what they're talking about, You know,
No, it was caused by electrical fire.
or they'll start to reproach the Most High.
Yeah.
They'll be on some rule.
Why-
If your God would do that, then you know, and they'll start.
Why would God do that
blaspheming
shit?
him.
Yep.
Why would he burn down people's houses?
I refuse. What is something that said? I refuse. Yeah, I refuse to serve a God that would do that. Okay. Okay.
Dumbass. Like, why? Instead of saying like, damn, like, you know what? Like, you gotta fear. You gotta fear that God.
Right.
Yeah.
Fear that God.
The God of
Instead
Abraham.
of saying that,
I-
they say shit like that. Like, I refuse to. You're gonna be forced.
Yeah.
You know?
Appreciate it. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord,
Now, let me
and shall
say-
not find it.
And let me say this: if you go into these apocalyptic movies, to me the two top ones are Book of Eli and The Road. What were they seeking? They were seeking God. What did the old man say? When I saw that boy, I thought I saw an angel.
It
And I
says,
knew that God still existed, or something like that. He said in that movie.
Scripture says that thou shalt seek. How's it go? Like seek a man, not seek to see, like a man, and I don't know.
Is that in that's the 5th chapter, right?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think hold on, you can see it.
No, I'm sorry, that's just.
Yeah, the 5th chapter. Yeah, I think that's where it's at.
Top.
Yeah, but just look
Yeah,
and see
during
if
that
it's
during that time, you know, Amos 8, you know, I just read, it's gonna be all hell breaking loose. And people that, you know, seen the prophets on the highways and byways, the Lord gonna make them remember, hey, these guys are teaching the truth. But they're not gonna be out on the street no more. All right, so it is gonna be some Jake that, you know, fucking light goes off in their head.
Yeah.
Like those guys had the truth, but hey, it's too late. You know?
There's some at that 11th hour that will barely slip in when the doors of mercy at that last moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but a lot of you, it's gonna be just too late, man.
Done. And who's to say that that's gonna be you? Why wait,
Yeah.
man? You know, why wait? If you are, if Yahweh Shai is directing you to click on videos and watch them, it's time for you to work, man. Don't wait until all hell breaks loose, because by that time, you got the questions that you need answering. Hey, you ain't gonna have the answers for them.
It's very ready.
What it say in Sirach 5 and 7, man? Make no tearing to turn to the Lord. You know? And so when destruction comes, you won't be caught out there.
Yeah, you could be second guessing, you know,
Yeah.
making hasty decisions, falling for one of these tricks, you know, of the wicked.
Yeah.
Things like that can snare you and take you, man, if you're not grounded or rooted, you know.
Yeah. It's life changing. This ain't just something to play with. Prophecy and fear of the Lord is life changing. Okay?
What's that? Second Ezra? It's like when one side is the water,
Oh, yeah.
Second,
the
7.
fire.
Fiery,
So
deep
you
water.
you
Narrow
can fall
path.
to either side and you're done.
Yeah. If you're not on balance. Yeah. Exactly right.
I think I found the scripture y'all was alluding to. I think it goes, I'll read it. It might not be the one, but I think this might be it. 2nd Ezra 16
Yep.
and 27.
Yep, that's it.
It says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks.
Read this one, just read it right down, verse 11 now.
Yeah, this is Second Ezra chapter 5 and 11. One land also shall ask another and say, this righteousness that maketh the men righteous gone through thee?
Now you're going to have fear when it's too late. Go ahead.
And it shall say, no.
You have another word. No. You ain't got it over here either. What y'all got? That was the point that was that.
Yeah.
There's a whole rest of that.
I also have,
No, you got
I
it.
have the top
Yeah,
verse.
go ahead.
Back in 5 and 1, it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest.
So when the brother said earlier how bad it was in the time of Noah, how bad could it possibly be now?
So, damn, it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
You know?
And even from this moment right now at 3:30, Sunday to the 20th of August, 2023, to the day that the Lord, the day before the Lord strikes the earth.
Bro, that violence that we see in Mexico, South America, and third world countries, that violence is gonna come here.
Oh, hell
It's
yeah.
gonna be worse.
Yeah.
It's gotta be worse.
Because when we go into Daniel 12, it talks about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the angels stand up.
Yep.
There's gonna be groups of men out there hunting, you know, hunting women, other men,
Yep.
based on your skin color too,
Yep.
all that. There's gonna be no police.
Why would the police waste their, I don't have to say waste, but it's a waste. Why would they waste their time protecting
They're gonna be protecting their
city
families.
when they need to be protecting their families?
Yep.
Their families aren't safe. Because this is one thing about cops, right? Most cops make just enough to live in a better neighborhood than they police.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Hey, a whole fucking police station.
Yeah,
in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Fucking resigned because they wasn't getting paid enough. $22 an hour.
What? To risk my life. To risk my life.
No wonder they assholes.
It's like it's done on purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're all constantly agitated.
No wonder they assholes.
Now,
Yeah.
you could easily say, oh, but in Minnesota, the cost of living isn't, you know, but hey, man,
Hell no.
my life,
Yeah.
my life, it ain't worth it.
Yep.
They as a full police department decided, you know what, we're done. The chief was like, you know what, everybody, don't come in tomorrow. We're all staying home. But what are you gonna do for work? Y'all might want to go to Walmart. Y'all might want to see something else. I don't know.
Yeah,
This ain't it.
And that's a trend that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna spread like
It's been like
wildfire.
4 or
man.
5 already.
It's called defund the police. You know? And it's being done on purpose. You defund the police, now crime is just out of control. In California, crime is out of control.
Yeah, well, LAPD fucking just stop. Just
Yeah.
go strike or some shit.
Whoa.
What's gonna happen in these inner cities, Chicago to New York's? That's where like if you the police officer and constantly the same shit, nigga shit, shootings, you going over here, they like, man, I'm tired of this shit, man.
There's no end to it.
Yeah, it's no end.
There's no end to crime, man.
What are you fighting for?
And it's getting worse every day you go to work. It's
My risk reward.
yeah, the crime is not decreasing.
That shit's spilling out here. Some of that shit in Cali, a lot of motherfuckers moving over here.
Bringing in crime.
Yeah.
This shit is
Man.
skyrocketing here in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Yorktown is just every day is an alert of some crazy
Yep.
shit.
Hey, my partner called it the nigga north.
Yeah.
The east side is so bad.
Yeah.
In that movie, World War Z, the brother was mentioning, it was a cop that was trying to keep everybody back so he can figure out how to get the medication he needed for his family. He was a cop. You know? So don't. You think New Orleans was bad when
Pretty
the cops
much.
going home and walking off the force? This is gonna only continue.
That's gonna force. Oh well, you know, it's
You
part
get my
of the
water
plan. E is gonna be given the excuse to bring in the military. Harsh methods
the water.
of controlling populations.
It's gonna be just as worse.
Oh yeah.
Just as worse for Esau to maintain order.
Mm-hmm.
He needs that chaos. You know, he needs it because that. How many times are we gonna say it?
Speaking of, you used the key word, chaos, right? New variant that they finna scare the world with to shut everything down, lock everything down again. They calling it
Aries.
Eris.
Yeah, E-R-I-S.
Eris goes back to a Greek goddess. She was the Greek goddess of chaos, strife.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, shit just being chaotic. So hey, what are they trying to show you with that? Esau knows what's
Yeah.
he knows what's happening.
Yeah. And Aries
and what he's getting ready to bring to society, man.
right.
He's real crafty like that. He'll name some of these.
We saw
You
that
know, these-
the crown.
Yeah.
And Aries is also Athena, I think, because Athena was a Greek goddess of wisdom and war too, I believe. Yeah. So they, you know, they reincarnate Aries, Athena, Semiramis, Venus.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs social disorder. That's why he creates that chaos in these other countries, and because then he can put his military in that land and pretty much rule there.
Yeah.
You know, because he created he destabilized. What's that word?
Destabilized?
Destabilized those certain nations, so that he could go in there. Well, he's no different with America. You know, you create an environment where people need to steal and kill to make ends meet, to bring food on the table, and they're covetous also. You know, they have your spirit. They can never have enough. They want what they can. They want what they can have, and they want
More than they can have.
more than they need.
Than they need,
More than
excuse
they
me.
need.
Yeah, it was like maybe a few weeks ago, there was a big ass fucking riot over a dude giving out a free video game,
Oh, yeah.
PS5 or
Crazy
something.
Jordan.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
I seen
I'm like,
that shit.
and I'm just like, damn, if they'll go crazy over some shit like that, how much more when there ain't no food?
There ain't no food.
They're gonna be fighting like there's gonna be big ass riots and shit like that over the last fucking Oreo cookie on the ground,
Last honey bun.
I've seen
last honey bun and
I've
shit.
seen,
Hey, you see that rice up in that motherfucker?
Yeah.
They gonna eat that, man. They gonna be fighting over that.
So,
I don't want to.
And that's in second
Right
Ezra's,
next to
it.
also in second Ezra's, the 15th chapter right there.
That's real bad.
and I've seen that food banks. And people start getting on really up food banks. They're like, hey, let's remember now. Because people getting, and then how many kids you got? This one lady, you know, I don't want to put labels on people, but this one lady showed up. This is a Issachar lady. She had a bunch of kids. We didn't know. She was getting like a lot. We was like, hey. Then the next week she brought all her kids. And everybody was like, oh, okay. Everybody kind of eased up like, damn, you got 7 kids? Some people were still mad. Like, stop having sex. Like, we got these kids already, though.
Yeah,
Still
you
7.
can't do nothing about them. They there.
They're here. You know, the pastor had to kind of set her some on the side. Offer her to work on that day to get some.
Just stop that.
People were saying that.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
I definitely heard that before.
You know, she had it where, it was funny, the week before she had her oldest in line like behind her. Something. Just so they're giving out kind of proportion. Imagine when there's not anybody that's gonna organize that situation.
Nope.
People are gonna get trampled, man.
That's when the stores start getting looted, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's when they start having the armed security. Well, after that, at that point, the armed security not going to even be there no more.
Right.
You know, people are just going to be coming out with ransacking stores, and people are going to be outside waiting for them with guns, man.
Yep. Okay, I can't get in, but when you gotta come out though.
Yeah.
Exactly. When you get hungry, you're not finna go into a fucking Nordstrom,
Bro.
Right.
and get some shit.
No.
That's some shit.
Yeah, you're far. You're like that's no. Any of that designer clothing and jewelry, what fucking good is that in the time of
Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
food insecurity?
Yep.
Now you like, nah, I need to go into that nigga house because I seen him bring food over there.
Yep.
And let's not act like in California that's not the case. The case is Jake is hungry, so Jake is looking at these department stores, but why? To sell it,
Yeah, to sell the design.
to have the money so they can get whatever else they need.
They call it posters.
Yeah. And there's people that's their profession.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
job is if I catch an L,
I know niggas that like that.
Yeah.
You know, the nigga popped the trunk
Yeah.
and he got all the new shit and.
Yeah. They showed off Everybody Hates Chris. Risky.
Mm.
You already got some shit, man.
Jody type, like brother
Yeah.
said, it's gonna come a time where nobody's gonna be buying.
Jody
it.
told me.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna need that.
You gonna, hey, if
You're
you
not
ain't able to
surviving
buy
off of that.
If you're able to buy that, you must got the real shit at the house.
You gonna eat that Gucci belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna eat those fucking shoes, man. A ton of the shoes, you know?
Fendi bag, you gonna eat that shit too.
Yeah, hell yeah, you know? The leather jacket that you love rocking. You gonna eat it, man.
You ain't gonna ever.
That's a crazy judgment. But they don't have the capacity, the mental capacity to see that. You know? They don't imagine that something like that could ever happen to them. They don't know the terribleness of how Bashim outside.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all part of the scourge.
Yep.
Yeah.
They try to get you, to punish you, to get you to see the error of your ways. All right. That's the reason why the Lord he caused a famine, because shit ain't right in the land.
Right.
You said what? Famine, pestilence.
I got a quick one. Sirach 40 and 8.
Yep.
It says, "Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked,
Yep.
and for their sakes came the flood."
Look, we're talking about the new flood of fire. Okay?
Yeah.
Even when the enemy coming in, like a flood, that's still a form of fire.
Yeah.
Okay? Sword. There's no way around this, man. You're gonna have to deal with it. And this is the only way to get through it, through this truth. Y'all can take those in, right?
Second Ezra 6, we start at 21, pointers in 22 and 23. Well, shit, I'm gonna just read down.
Yep.
More. "And the children of years shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old." And it's talking about premature children,
Stress.
babies. "And they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, perfect
Yep.
example. And we was talking about niggas, right?
Oh,
Talking about
man.
niggas.
Yeah.
How wicked they are, talking shit.
How the hell she even know what the hell we're talking about?
Shit, she probably seen the Israelites.
Yeah, she and look, everything you just read is set up for people like
Man, that's beautiful.
that. Lord, we always talk
Shalak
about
right on to that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she won't make
Mas
it.
champagne.
No,
No,
I'm
yeah.
making out of Vegas. Out of Vegas
Yeah.
Boulevard.
That spirit is engulfed throughout this generation.
Our people.
Our,
Jake.
and that's mainly
Our people.
on our people.
That's when niggas gotta go, man.
You see, that bitch wouldn't dare do that to Esau.
Man,
What?
not Jim Jones. What's the Kenneth Copeland? All the
Oh.
mega Olstein. She wouldn't dare yell out at
Yeah, she
Olstein
wouldn't
like
go to their
that.
church and say that.
Hell no.
Drive, see him outside, get in his car, and religion is the devil. All
He ain't even around those niggas, man.
yeah, he got elevator underground.
She probably got a little snot nosed ass little nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He probably got multiple of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By different dudes, different men.
She gonna eat them little niggas too.
Yeah.
I look like a grandma.
Yeah, but now today, shit, the little niggas make you hurt. You know how they hurt now?
Right. Lord willing.
Yeah. Or she probably got some sons that are up in age that's running, locked up in prison or running around the neighborhood terrorizing people,
Now,
shooting shit up,
You say all
robberies.
Yeah.
But religion is evil.
Yeah.
right.
But look who you look the motherfucker that you're greeting. Look who he's being raised by. For you to say any fucking thing,
Yeah.
You got the nerve.
fucking nerve, man.
You got the nerve to say some shit like that right now. You may drive away from camp and see a wreck somewhere. That same car.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
gonna rain pretty heavy around maybe 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. That bitch may wreck. Semi truck may boom. Well, who knows? But
She's still gonna be
she,
talking shit.
yeah, she's marked though.
Yeah, because the Lord gotta basically kill these people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, death is the only thing that says we're going to
She-
wake people the hell up.
She gonna have to. The death angel gonna have to look her in her eye before he take her out, so she know.
She gonna have to see it.
Yeah, she gonna see that motherfucker.
Scared to death.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 2 Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
But that's what I was just like I was saying. The solemn place is a place that you know to get certain goods from. They're not gonna be there. You know, certain fruit trees, I know they always got apples or plums or whatever on that tree. It ain't there no more. All the places that you know, the food bank ain't there, the grocery store ain't there. All them places is gone, man. There's a day coming, but all the beautiful things that you used to ain't gonna be there no more.
Yeah, these cities, with the traffic, going in, coming out, truckers, the stores being replenished, you know, restocking, that shit is ending. You're not gonna be able to leave, people not gonna be able to come in. You know? Food is gonna be short. You're gonna have to go to who to get your food? Yes, you guessed it.
FEMA.
You know?
You're gonna with those 15-minute cities they're bringing. You'll be restricted to the area within. You can go one end, 15 minutes in all directions. So
and it's that they're gonna cost you to get registered.
yeah.
You know, they did it before. Get registered.
Yeah.
Sign up.
You can't get 2 portions.
You know, you're gonna have to take the thingamajiggy, the MOTV, if you want to get a little basket of food for you and your kid.
That's all y'all should do.
Oh, and you better be following the social credit system. You better be doing your best to,
I noticed that
your carbon emission is definitely being traced. So you might want to,
and you will be publicly shamed.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you're not, you don't have
a low credit score.
That's why I love that nose dive. You can see where other people's social credit scores at. He's you can hear this shit hit people like, damn. That one Jake, it was fucked up. He couldn't even get into work. It got bad to where nobody wanted his free offerings. Talking bad, then eventually he couldn't even get into work.
Niggas was like, heck, I had like some cupcakes or some shit.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. Let me get smoothies and shit. Let me in.
And then they were getting judged by what other people. You're getting pretty much judged by what other people think of,
interactions with other people.
Yeah.
You accepted his smoothies? Didn't you know what happened? Wait, what's going on? Who sat around? You're not on such and such side. Look, she started getting nervous. Like they were going to knock her shit down. So she knocked his down.
They're gonna ostracize you, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna put you on as like, you gotta stay away from those people.
Yeah.
If you're seen with them, your credit score lowered significantly. You know?
Yeah.
So the people are automatically not gonna want to be around you.
The two most important people in that episode was the brother and the truck driver lady. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
They wasn't worried about what everybody else thought. Isn't that what we grew up thinking? Like your parents used to tell you, don't worry about what everybody think about you. Know that you're a good person by doing the right thing. But now it's not being pushed like that. Now everything around you is telling you that you have to be concerned what other people think about you.
You gotta agree with the beast.
Yeah, the man of the Lord don't have that spirit of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be ostracized from society, man.
Yeah.
When that time comes.
And it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be a rejoicing feeling, that like this I know I'm doing the right thing. This is what's coming. Not that we're trying to force people to not like us, but just the message we bring is what's gonna not like us. They didn't like Yahweh Shai. They did him that way.
The world cannot hate you, but we hate it.
Yeah.
The nigga woman came up to the elder Manatha Dagbar's camp with Friday night, and she said something to the effect like, "Yeah, I care what other people think."
Yeah. They do.
And she was, all in the camera and everything, but they, these people really care about how the world perceives them.
Yep.
That's called normative conformity.
Yep.
That idea and that mentality gonna get a lot of people destroyed because you basically making your decisions and your behavior is based off of fitting in with other people, making sure you're moving in line with with other people.
The scriptures say, "Follow not a multitude to believe."
And so we're gonna use the Fresh and Fit podcast being counseled, right? So it makes you think about what these influencers have to do. How much do they have to conform and move to a certain thing to get the high ratings, to get the high followers? They have to appease to everybody. Well, this truth don't appease to everybody. The number one, like Christianity, is universalism.
Yeah.
The problem for the world with this truth is it's not for everybody. It's esoteric.
It's separate.
right? It's only for a few small individuals, a small group of people. So that automatically is putting them. It's the same as participation trophies. Okay, that's what the society's into now. Participation trophy. Well, we don't want the participation trophy. We want to be the winners. We want the first place prize. Okay, that's the difference. All right, and this whole influencer movement and the whole online social media and all of this puts you right in that mentality of following the multitude. And what do you have to do to follow? You have to be evil. You have to be compromised. You have to accept wickedness.
Hey,
Okay.
and he's gonna the internet. He's gonna censor it. Everything. That's why he's calling it the Great Reset. He's looking to redo the earth in his image. You know, you're not gonna be on the internet talking about against women and feminists. These podcasts are all going out, man. These are that podcast we're talking about right now. He's already demonetizing it.
And they're saying it's over. Like, you can't do it for free.
Hey, and it's getting not even based on
Yeah.
a particular video that they put up on that
Right.
platform. You know how like if you partner with a company
Yep.
or you work for a particular company and you do some outside shit and it gets back to that company, they can counsel partnership.
When it doesn't align with their beliefs or morals.
Exactly. You break certain guidelines and it doesn't coincide with the guidelines that they have in place. When you violate that, whether you on the premise or even outside of the premise,
Yep.
they can they can come back to you and hunt you.
And that's why also that's what that contract binds you to.
Yep.
And that's what separates the men of Yahweh Shem Shai versus everyone else. Because those that have the 501c3, guess what? Hey, you're still bound unto Esau's
His
contracts, his ideals, so to speak, man. There's certain things you just can't teach on because he said you can't teach on it.
Yep.
And in return,
Similar to us being able to speak on the MOTB,
Right.
we can
The
speak,
name.
we can call on the name,
Yep.
and not be a Muslim.
Trouble.
Right.
Yep.
We don't have that 501c3.
You can't raid our school. We
Muslim.
don't have a school.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Or church. I was gonna say ESPN has been firing over the past 5-10 years. They've been firing a lot of people. Like was it Paul Pierce?
Yeah,
He said I got fired for hanging out with bitches.
He said, I'm off day.
On my off day. But then it's been him and other people. It's been on him or whatever. Hurt situation. But you can't speak on shit socially, or they go try to get you.
Yeah.
They told LeBron to shut up and dribble because he wore a "I Can't Breathe" T-shirt. Then they're like, "Hey, just shut up." But then, like with Donald Sterling, nobody did shit because this ain't conducive to selling tickets, and making the NBA machine money. Okay, so this is what we're telling you. You're gonna have to separate from all of this.
Real quick, Isaiah 59:15, NLT says, yes, truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Lord looked and was displeased to find there was no justice.
That's
Isaiah 59:15.
That's when you make yourself a praise scripture.
Yeah. You know, that's what I mean. You're subject to that now in this society. You know, where they want to police your thoughts.
Yep.
They want to tell you what you can say and what you can't say, how to think, what to think. You know, you can't have a mind of your own. You can't critically think without being called a bigot, a
Misogynistic.
conspiracy theorist, a misogynist. All these different buzz terms that shame you. You know, misinformation spreader, whatever they want to call you, man.
So I just got on this America's Best memes and videos, whatever that other. It's like an American TikTok, and there's a lot of right wingers on there, right? And they get to talk all their Trump shit on there. There's a whole bunch of that, QAnon, all of that shit's on there, right? One of them had a video of just the newscast people shaming people that weren't getting the jab.
Yeah.
And that is, we saw this happen with the jab. Conform and comply. Okay, that was the narrative pushing. Well, we gotta blame them that it's all their fault when things go bad. It'll be the non-jabbers that are the problem. It'll be you gotta persecute the non-jabbers. You gotta, they kept pushing that
They
in
made
the minds of people.
if you was against it or even just cautious of it,
Yeah.
they made you into a bioterrorist.
Yep. Yep.
Like you was going around spreading and killing people.
Mm-hmm. Because they're the ones that's not doing. What's crazy is how did you come up with this term so quick to label people with? But that we know, categoreo, that's what you love to do, put people in a box. And most people that on the fence just wasn't sure. They were like, I need more time, man. I need to see what's about to happen.
So what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Like
Protect your family.
you're right. Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
it's just pressure, man.
Let's get things back to normal. We need everybody. Come on in.
Talk to your family.
You know,
take
get
your
your
kids
free
down.
fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust the experts.
Yeah.
Trust the
Yeah,
professionals.
But
and shit.
now, 2
And if
years
you don't
later,
love your, if you don't get that, you don't love your neighbor.
Yeah.
The scriptures say, love thy neighbor.
Yeah, that bitch said that. Yeah.
And, even with the Joe Biden thing, if you don't know the vote for me or Trump, he really made a divide between
Yeah.
people. But look what's happening now.
You see Larry Elder.
Yeah,
brought that up.
exactly.
Yeah, he sunned his
bro.
ass.
Woo. You can't call that nigga a sellout.
Yeah.
Nigga still. You can't call him a sellout though. Because he's a thinking man, but he just thinks outside the box now.
Mhm.
He only can think in the realm of this world and who's running this world.
And
He
the-
can't think deep.
And the model we see that we're talking about, we see it in China,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
where
Yep.
if you talk about that dude over there
Yeah.
publicly,
That's
okay,
your ass.
you know,
Yes, you can't even utter it.
you're getting snatched up, put in prison, and you could be killed.
Don't walk out with a
You
Bible.
know, if you don't, depending on what you've been talking about,
I'll tell you.
you know,
When they locking up babies too.
Yeah,
Who?
babies.
Little
Oh
kids.
yeah.
If little kids that believe in the Bible, they was getting it too.
They've been going hard on the Muslims over there in China. They like put their ass in like re-education
Yep.
camps and shit.
Yep.
They same thing they gonna do here.
This
You
is the
believe
whole
in
point.
Jesus Christ or you believe in a higher power other than this new system, you know, we're lining you up. We're gathering you up.
I keep bringing this movie up, Fahrenheit 451. He said you can read whatever you want on the internet. The things you can read are you got a short list. You can read parts of the Bible, Moby Dick, like what other something. I thought you said I can read whatever I want. Yeah,
Straight up
yeah.
Orwellian.
Yeah.
Okay,
Straight up 1984.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, this is what we're warning you about, prophesying about. These things are to come. Okay? And at the end of it is a sore destruction. Okay? So they're going to chop you in the box. And if you conform to that box, you still get the destruction.
It's a digital prison planet.
Yeah.
It's a prison, okay, and unpopular, contrary to what Esau thinks,
Shit.
he's not going to be able to ride off into the sunset and create his digital birthright,
Yeah.
you know, on the earth. No, the message is that even if you think by taking that you just save your life, you know, you prolong your life, well, guess what? We're telling you that if you take it, now you're marked for destruction. You know, so it's better for you to suffer for doing the right thing, the good thing, instead of suffering for doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Because the shame that comes with that is going to follow you. You know? Sorry.
I had something real quick.
You still have more too.
Real quick, this is James 4:4. It says, "You adulterous, don't you realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of the Most High? I say it again. If you want to be a friend of the world, you make yourself an enemy of the Most High." That's, dealing with how you conform into this world, you just pretty much like, okay, well, whatever my government say, I wholeheartedly believe. I'm going to completely conform and comply to it. I'm going to make my children follow along and comply to it. And if they don't, I'm going to punish them. You know, I'm going to punish family members if I see them, you know what I'm saying, not in line with it. You know, they're not going to be allowed to come to my home. We saw that the last 2 years.
Yeah. They're gonna use.
You didn't get it. You can't come to my family. Yeah, you can't come to my family dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come into our church.
Yeah. They're gonna use that. What is it? Romans 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be they could make it a crime for you to be around someone that doesn't have it. You know?
Yeah.
They could make it a crime.
Yeah.
So people are just gonna be like, nah, man.
You gotta go.
Matthews 5 and 10.
Yep.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for there is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Yep.
Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
And another precept I was thinking of is 1 Corinthians 4. It said, you are reviled, but we bless. Meaning the world hates you, but you're being blessed by those that believe and their fellow believers in Yahweh Shah. You know, so and that blessing counts from the Most High versus how people feel about you and treat you. So that's a similar sentiment to that. And I think this is another similar. Is that one a good?
Well, going back on what he just read, because we know he was talking to his disciples.
Right.
He knew that, you know, once they go out and preach the gospel, that they were going to be more hated than loved and accepted, just like Yahweh wasn't accepted. He wasn't loved. So that shows right there that if you're seeing more people hate you and speak evil of you, that means that you're actually doing good. You're not of that world. You know, you're not of that world because the world is not accepting you. You know, you're not saying things that the world wants to hear. You know, that's why like them bitches that roll past, I'm pretty sure that they didn't even stop to even hear what we had to say. They just knew up and down, we ain't hear nothing these niggas talking about. Fuck whatever they believe. Fuck their religion. You know, they just see just from the vibration that's over here. You know, it's totally contrary to their spirit and vibration.
To the world.
Yeah,
To this world. They're of the world.
they said fuck religion, but they said all religion is the devil. But where do you get the term the devil from?
Right. How you know the concept of the devil
Right.
without the Bible, or God without the Bible, or
Wicked.
even evil. This is how simple people are.
Yeah.
She heard that from somebody. That's what that was. She heard that from somebody.
Yep. Want me to get Peter 4? 1 Peter 4. And
I was gonna say God page.
I don't know how that translation says it.
I'll start at 1.
Yeah. That's where we
In the
normally
NLT
start
it
at.
says, so then since Hamashiach Yahweh Shai suffered physical pain, you must arm yourselves with the same attitude he had and be ready to suffer too. For if you have suffered physically for Yahweh Shai, you have finished with sin. You won't spend the rest of your lives chasing your own desires, but you will be anxious to do the will of the Most High. You have had enough in the past of the evil things that godless people enjoy. Their immorality and lust, their feasting and drunkenness and wild parties, and their terrible worship of idols.
And you can't even get it in parties without the acceptance of that certain high level of credit score, that implant or whatever it is, that approval of others.
Or being in the spirit that they're in.
Right.
Like, if you're not going to be in that holiday spirit, they don't really want you around.
Yeah. Even what's crazy is
So you got to be in that idolatrous spirit to even be around them, or they gonna be like, nah,
Look how
you
they
negative.
Look how they look. What they call you around Christmas time? Grinch, right? Why is a Grinch a part of Christmas now? Like it's like with the same acceptance of everybody as Christmas now. I don't know if y'all caught that yet. But
Yeah.
that's in there.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad. It's not opposing to Christmas. You still are celebrating Christmas by being a Grinch now.
Yeah.
We're the real Grinches, so to speak. Anyway, you got it, bro.
It says, of course, your former friends are surprised when you no longer plunge into the flood of wild and destructive things they do.
Yep.
So they slander you.
Beautiful.
I got one.
Yep, you got it. You got it right there.
This second Esdras 16 and 49, I'll read it in the GNT. It says, just as a respectable woman despises a prostitute.
Yep. Hey, that's us. We don't respect abominable things, detestable things. Okay, we don't like evil people when we're around when we're trying to be, we're working to be righteous. You got it, bro.
It says, so righteousness despises sinfulness, no matter how attractive it may look. Righteousness will expose every sin in the world and condemn it face to face when her defender comes. So by doing that, by confronting this shit face to face, we're gonna be persecuted for that. Because it's like a declaration of war.
Rebellion.
Rebellion, that.
It's pretty much revolutionary to not conform to this man's ways. And to flat out just say, without being emotional, just being straightforward, hey, 2 men and 2 women get together, that shit is off. That's revolutionary to say in this current world.
Yeah. And it just happened over, the acceptance was less than, how many years has it probably been out? 12, 15 years?
Yeah.
I got something. It says, so do not imitate sinfulness or what it does. And that's what we're preaching out here.
Yeah.
Hey, don't follow the multitude. Don't follow the ways of this world. Don't follow the ways of the wicked, because it's going to destroy you. That's
Ephesians have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them.
What's the other one that says what is it said?
Because then it said basically sin is attractive.
no matter how attractive.
No matter how attractive it may be, some of it is tempting.
Yeah.
It seems, your flesh will enjoy a lot of pleasure from it. But you better believe that once you indulge in it, it's going to lead to sin, which is going to bring forth death.
Yeah.
That's why there's a scripture in Apocrypha that says, that one, and there's another one that says, he that abstaineth from pleasure crowneth his life. But Jake is attracted to sin because of its it has appeal.
It appeases their flesh.
It appeases them, man.
Yeah.
Like a woman that has an alluring aura or sex, she has a sexual appeal about herself. So your flesh is gonna be like, damn, man, I kind of want to kind of get with her.
Mm-hmm.
But then your spirit is like, nah, but that can go wrong, man. That's a demon right there.
I gotta use the scenario. These women today don't understand with that whole bitch mentality. I gotta call them that. Okay?
That shit is loud.
That whole bitch mentality is like, damn, she got it. She got cakes, she got yams, she got,
Like them bitches in the rap world right now.
they got all that. But she could rob me. She could have diseases. We don't know we don't know how bad my wife can fight. Whatever.
And these rap bitches, they got husbands and
They don't even live that way.
It's the ghetto bitches that follow them.
Yep.
That don't got shit, and then they're evil towards their man. Because they look up to women that are fucking full of depravity, man, just fucking evil.
Gotta use Cardi B because She was the main one talking about, I don't cook, I don't clean. This bitch didn't cook and clean. They showed her sleeping. Offset was her name?
Offset?
It was Offset, right?
Offset, yeah.
He had her in there sleeping.
She lying on her songs or some shit he said, yeah.
She be lying. Saying doing all this.
The young Miami was asked the question during the interview, will your daughter be a city girl? She's like, no, she ain't gonna be a city girl.
Right. And then, like, same thing. She wouldn't let her daughter listen to that. She came in
Yeah.
dancing. But you see all these TikToks of these little 3, 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old girls dancing the box. But your daughter can't listen to it.
And they, I forgot who went into it, but these women were talking about how the rappers, they talk about, you know, you don't need a man and you fuck a man, but they all got men.
Yeah.
They all got a, you know.
It started with Beyonce. That's when you
Yeah.
start realizing.
Beyonce made the song to the, or sang the song to the left.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z came out with an album how he's dealing with other women, and she's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she in her album.
Damn, that's wicked. You think
Yeah.
to the left
Yeah.
hand,
Yeah.
you know.
It's all witchcraft.
Yeah.
That's why going back, it says no matter how attractive it may look, you know,
Talk about sin.
sin.
Hey, ooh. I'm gonna see if y'all brothers, like, I'm gonna see where y'all brothers at with this. It says no matter how attractive it may look, right? Think back to the beginning. What did it say about Eve
Oh, yeah.
concerning the tree?
Somebody read it. Yeah.
Go back to the verse. Go to the verse.
Yeah.
Somebody go find that.
Actually, it's written in
Because when something is attractive to you, that means that your eye finds something. I'm not gonna say a word. The very word is actually right in that verse.
You didn't even say that.
When your eye finds something very, y'all find the verse. You already found it. But I want them brothers to find it. Go to the very verse of that chapter. Y'all know where that chapter is, right? Genesis 3. Now I want y'all to read the very verse. I want to see if y'all you know in tune with the spirit of, you know, because read your verse again. Read your verse again.
And once you go to the blue letter too, and click the word too. Go into it.
Back
Read it
in
again.
Second Ezra
Hear it closely, and then I want to see if y'all can find a verse that can correlate.
verse 50. So righteousness despises sinfulness, no matter how attractive it may look.
No matter how attractive it may look. Right?
And the scripture says, see what is evil for thy soul, and get not that.
There it is. Read.
Genesis 3 and 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes.
It was pleasant to the eyes. What does that mean? She saw sin, the practices of sin, and it was attractive to her.
Yeah.
Attractive and sin, pleasure.
Pleasureful.
The eyes, particularly, they go hand in
Yeah.
hand.
Like right now, women know that it's shameful to be a whore.
Yeah.
But right now, because of the attention that it attracts, the money that it brings in, the clout, you could become famous for doing it. So to be a hoe right now is attractive.
And
It's pleasant to her eyes, man, to see the glory
Man, I had
from
3
men to
likes
simps.
yesterday. I'm on 200,000 likes already.
Yeah.
You know? It happens like that, Phil. They upload it in an hour, it'd be hundreds of likes.
Yeah.
Thousands of likes in days, hundreds of thousands of likes.
Yeah, these women are out here literally cheeks out.
Yeah.
You know? Cheeks out. Promoting it,
no shame.
you know? Promoting it. No shame. Just all out, man. Look at me. Like me.
Your brother
No.
grab it in
It's very attractive. But see, if you're righteous, you're gonna be like, I don't give a fuck what that brings. I don't care how many, like, if you got some type of decency, you know, if you have morality, you're not gonna conform to that. I'm not gonna compromise my virtue just because of how it looks, because of how appealing it may be. Same thing of a man that, you know, I'm not gonna go in and sell drugs because it's attractive to look like a nigga that get respect in his neighborhood and got all his money and got all these women flocking to him. No, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna compromise my integrity, man. That's wickedness, and it goes against my father, man. So it's really unattractive to you. But to sinful people, it's very attractive. You know?
That's why it says righteousness despises sinfulness. Because it's not attractive to us.
Yeah.
You know?
Being an adult film star, that ain't attractive, man. To Jake in the world, man, I get to pipe all the baddest looking chicks on camera, married, unmarried. It doesn't matter. I'm just making money, just popping any and everything that, you know, that this company puts in front of me. Yeah, that's not attractive, man.
Because they make it seem on TV like it's just you and the girl. You got like 10 people in the room.
Yeah.
It's at least 3 or 4 people in the room.
Man, that's wicked as hell. But that's,
Lift your leg up, let me. Come on, bro.
man, come on.
I don't want you looking at that, man. I'm trying to focus a little bit.
But Jake is attracted to that shit.
Attracted to it.
You know? Damn.
So it goes back to, you know, when Eve, when she ate of that tree of the knowledge of good and evil, it was pleasant to her eyes, meaning it was attractive to her. You know, and that's one of the reasons why the Lord had to take Enoch off the earth. Because he would have started seeing the wickedness that the sons of God and the sons of men were doing, and he would have got ultimate. That's why. Wisdom of Solomon 4. And that's in this society promotes and makes sin attractive. It really makes wickedness appealing here. Because they promote it, they market it in a certain way. Like every time you look at a commercial and you see some abomination, they make the shit look good. Trying to tempt you to, you know, like, damn, man. You know? But you know what the law says on it. You better not eat it. It's an abomination.
They put the shrimp and the lobster and the butter and
they got
all of
they capture the juice from the lemon being squeezed. The steam coming off of it and shit.
They make the plate shrimp fest. You got all these shrimp.
The butter glistening over it and bouncing in slow motion.
The bacon bouncing on the burger and shit.
I saw a video of
sizzling and shit.
I saw a video of DJ Khaled. He was eating these lobster tails. Dude was damn near having an orgasm, a food orgasm, on camera. You know? Oh, so good.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a Muslim and shit.
Yeah, that fucking dude, man. So shit like that, right? That they put it in front of you, and they just make you look so attractive.
And thing about it is, it's no immediate consequences. That's why Jake is more attracted to it, because there's no immediate consequences for their wicked acts. If a nigga ate bacon and 10 minutes later he had a heart attack, Jake would be like, oh shit, let me hold off the bacon. Or shrimp, and you know, you go into a diabetic coma or some shit, Jake could be like, oh shit, let me back up off that. But the Most High is really being long-suffering with Jake and letting Jake build this case against himself. So in that day, like, nigga, you was warm, man. You know?
I know somebody, I'm not gonna put them out there, that they would eat something that they shouldn't be eating. And they feel like, oh, my back, my side, whatever is hurt, I'm in all this pain. I give them the remedy how to do that and stop eating it. 2 weeks later, they're eating it again. Oh, what did you tell me last time again? Because I feel it coming on again. Oh, you ate it again?
Bro, I used to be like that in the world when I would eat catfish. It was like, it's a sharp ass pain in my side. I never know what the fuck it was. Still don't know what it was. Right. But of course, when I came into the truth, I knew that was that was off.
I get these crazy headaches.
Yeah, I knew that was off.
But I stopped eating. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't stop eating at all. But what gave me the headaches, I realized when I was eating the headaches, I stopped eating it.
You know?
But that's a form of us understanding
Right.
wisdom is what the problem is. You gotta, seek that out.
Yeah.
Bad headaches. No, you got it.
Sirach 21. Verse 1. It says, "My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more, but ask pardon for thy former sins. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men."
You would get trapped and snared in certain sins, man. You know, because you'll get to doing it, and then you be like, damn, this shit's not too bad.
You get a high.
Then you get a high, you become addicted, and before you know it, it becomes your ruin.
Yeah.
It becomes your ruin, man. You get snared deep into that shit. Man, that start. I never done coke before. I never smoked a Lucy or whatever. You got those laced blunts with a little
Coke in it.
Yeah.
What's it called? Primo or some shit?
Premium or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Premium.
Jackson hit that one time and he never experienced that kind of high before. And he like, damn, like, shit. I might do this. I think I'm gonna need to do this again.
You keep reading. Genesis, that's what they said. The 3rd chapter, that's what they were talking about. Until the Most High came and inquired them. They're like, oh shit, we in trouble. You know what I mean? And I was gonna say, I knew somebody that was
Jake would turn it into an anthem, man.
I knew somebody was kleptomaniac. They got a high from stealing. And it wasn't what they was even getting. It was the feeling of getting away with something.
All wicked shit that our people do. The musicians are turning it into an anthem.
Yeah. Teach you how to
really influence you how to do it.
And it'll amplify that wickedness, because now that vibration is passed on to everybody listening.
And he's winning. Show you that he's winning doing it. So it makes it even more attractive.
A lot of them niggas, all of them niggas, Future, all of them niggas rapping about doing drugs.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden niggas just became druggies, man.
And you know what the truth is? I hear a lot of them rappers, they don't even do drugs like that.
Some
They
don't even smoke weed.
yeah.
Fucking 50.
Yeah,
50, he did that song.
I Get High.
I get high all the time.
Yeah.
Come to find out, nigga never did. He never smoked
He
weed.
never smoked.
The producer a lot for these niggas, his name Zayto.
Zayto.
That nigga don't even smoke.
No.
Yeah, he play organ for fucking Christian churches.
Oh, didn't Dr. Dre on when he was still in NWA, Express Yourself? Don't smoke weed or sex because it can't because it gives a brother brain damage and brain damage on the mic don't manage. He said that, but then he leaves NWA and come with the chronic.
Chronic. 20-sec pyramid and
Now the
shit.
nigga's a billionaire.
You telling me that wasn't a strategic play?
Right.
But not even just for him to make money, but it influenced the whole culture. Like weed is part of the black culture now, hip hop black culture now.
Yeah, they turned the fucking leaf into an emblem.
Yeah.
I've seen what's that the paisley print, the do-rags and all that in it. Not do-rag, but the gangster rag or whatever, the handkerchief shit. I seen them with the weed leaf on it now. They were making that into something. Like this is out of control, man. And you don't see how it's negatively affecting our people.
Jeremiah 5:26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch me.
And this could be taken for the pastors, but this is niggas in any.
Was that Jeremiah
Niggas
4?
with high influence.
5.
There you go. Anybody with high influence amongst our people.
Somebody like you could use a biblical example. Somebody like Jeroboam. He was king over the northern kingdom, so he had a high level of respect, influence, authority over the north. But what was his thing? The nigga was a heavy idol worshiper. Had children being sacrificed under his rulership. So people took on that vibration. They were worshiping whatever idol the king was worshiping, sacrificing their children, doing the same shit, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Most High sent the king of Assyria upon them.
Exactly.
Verse 27, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich. They are waxen fat, they shine. Yes, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause.
Hey, the priests, even the priests were respected. They were the ones that would do the service, the worship service of the Most High. So we know that the priests, you know, they were wealthy. They had inherited land amongst all the tribes. They could live in whatever tribe of land that they, you know, wanted to possess, being a priest.
Notoriety.
They had notoriety. They had respect. But when they was on the low, hey, bring your turtle dove or bring your whatever sacrifice you got, and I got you. For whatever sin that you commit.
Then throw him a little bit of money on the side.
Yeah. Look how bad the times got by the time the house was on the scene. They were selling the offerings outside, like in the temple.
Yeah.
It's up there. Yeah, I got that. I got that. You doing that?
Come over there with a cage of them, of the doves.
That's now a profession of you catching turtle doves as you know, as an example.
Like what you got them sheep for, man?
You know,
It's like you giving Jacob out to be more wicked.
that's exactly what it was. That's why the sacrifice has to be taken.
And while you're doing that, you're making hella money off of it.
Yeah.
I liken that to these pastors and these rappers and entertainers, the celebrities. Influence Jake to continue to be wicked while you make your money off of it.
Yeah.
And what did he say on the Breakfast Club? Charlamagne asked Leo and Cohen. Remember he was like, you profiting off of black pain. Well, my people gotta eat too.
I gotta eat too. Our family gotta eat.
Whoa. You know, but this man will tell you directly, nobody's mad at this guy, nor knows his name. Enough to shut his own industry and everything that, all the type of genre of music that he works at, stop buying that shit. To cut his family off. I bet he'll change his tune. If it's about it, money and feeding his family.
I bet if he wouldn't do that. I'm saying they start seeing they children start to, you know, but the Edomites got money to put their kids in rehab and all that type of shit. They ain't gonna stop making. Esau's not gonna stop making that money to destroy Jay.
And they'll let them meet the rappers and have the rappers tell them don't do it.
Right.
No, I just entertainment. You know, I don't do it. You shouldn't do it.
I got one.
I still got one.
Yeah, this brother's good up here. I just want to make a quick point. When we talk about Genesis 3rd chapter, it was told to Adam the same thing, that it would be pleasure to the sight. But he didn't do it. He went to the wicked vessel, and now she's all deep in it. Okay, and sometimes that's the way to get you into things. Okay, finding where your I don't want to say niche, but where your weak spot is, and then getting in that way. The devil's gonna find it, man. Okay, as a serpent found it.
That's why the scriptures talk about. The scriptures say what it say concerning women being wicked, because women find sin more attractive. Just like a shopping mall, everything you see being advertised is just attractive to you. You just gotta have it. You gotta do it. That's how she finds. That's how she looks at sin. You know.
I was going to back up by quoting 1 John, the 2nd chapter. It says the love of the world,
Lust of the eye.
lust of the eye, the pride of life. Those are all the things of the flesh that the women love. Okay, and when you fall into that same vibration, it leads you to sin, and sin brings forth. Those things are attractive to you.
Jeremiah 5:28. They are waxing fat, they shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause. The cause of the fathers, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge. Shall I not visit for these things, says the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
Get that word visit. It has to be a punishment for that way of life.
Visit is required to attend, muster, number, reckon, visit, punish.
Yep. Punish.
Verse 30, a wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. And my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end thereof?
Yeah, because they get to be free of their wickedness. You know? If you're going to be constantly being given a pass for committing wickedness, you're going to keep doing it. You're going to love to have it like that. If I can do a lot of wickedness without being shamed, without somebody telling me that it's wrong, man, I hope it stays like that.
Yeah. That's why that's why they don't want this shit to end. They don't want the society to collapse. You know, they don't want it. That's why a lot of these they love the world. These 2/3 niggas. No, America don't want. They don't want America to fall. They don't want America to go down.
It's the only place where I can, you know,
be wicked and prosper.
Yeah.
You know.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, right? It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, meaning that it's not that it's not going to be executed. That's in the people's minds, but it's not executed immediately, right? It says, therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he fears not before Yahweh.
You can apply that to all the different times in history. The Lord allowed for a kingdom to rule, and the sins and the wickedness piled up before the Lord executed judgment on that kingdom. Brought up the time of Noah. You know? The sins against the evil works that they were doing at that time, it wasn't executed speedily. That's why the Lord gave them time where Noah had ample time to come out and prophesy and, you know, teach them. And, hey, y'all don't stop with all this wickedness. The Lord gonna flood you out, man. What? Flood?
Rain.
Rain? You know?
This guy know it. Lost his marbles.
And pop this dude's woman over here. She been eyeing me for a minute. I don't care what he talking about. You know? I'm finna go over here and worship this moose over here. Until them drips started coming down. So they're gonna continue to be wicked and do what they do. These women, they're gonna walk around shameless. Alright, they're gonna have their tits out, their ass out. You know, they're gonna twerk in public and make a spectacle of themselves. They're gonna continue to be that way as long as they're being co-signed. Women are applauding their behavior, not speaking out against it. Men are not stomping down.
They're shipping.
You know, You got the Dr. Umar Johnsons and what's the name of that pastor that got divorced by Megan Good? That demon. As long as you got dudes like that.
Need a man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because
what did that nigga do?
Women were made whole while man was made broken.
Man needs you.
And he tried to use the fact that the Lord had to break a rib of Adam to make Eve. He didn't even understand that. He had no clue to what that meant.
You know, he said it, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh.
Bro.
You know?
So he walking around here with a half a rib cage,
Somebody told
half
me
a rib missing, and she walking around with a whole one off of the one rib. He lost.
She got a whole one, but we missing. Somebody tried to tell me that when I was young.
Bugged out, man.
We missing one.
He said, count. They told him, count. There's one less on this side. I was like,
I got it.
Bugged out nigga, man.
can't we just use a fake skeleton to count? Oh, there's actually one. Stop. That's why I got everything balanced and equal. I was on some busy topic.
This is Malachi chapter 3 and 14. It says, "Ye have said, it is vain to serve the Most High. And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked?"
Why should we follow your religion? You know, why should we serve your God? What benefits are there to serve your God? You mean that I can't smoke weed? We can't have fun. Can't have fun, man. I can't get to the bag though. I can't do this. I gotta have self-control.
Yeah, sex on the side.
Yeah.
I can't eat a drink for 24 hours.
That's how I didn't pray.
Yeah.
For one day,
I can't eat bread for a week. You telling me I can't eat French toast for a whole week?
Sandwiches?
No biscuits? No pork chop sandwich? You see how Jesse is clean, bro.
Continue, it says, "And that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts. And now we call the proud happy. They that work wickedness are set up. Yeah, they that tempt the Most High Power Yahweh are even delivered."
What was that at?
Malachi 3.
Malachi 3:15.
Yeah, they that work wickedness, man, are set up. And who are they set up by? By he. He pays them. He's the one that signs their checks, you know, to influence our people into going the wrong way. You know?
Let me read that in the NLT. It says, Malachi 3:15, it says, "From now on we will call the arrogant blessed. For those who do evil get rich,
Yeah.
and those who dare the Most High to punish them suffer no harm."
Man, that's what they push in the Christian church, where they think this pastor, you know, he's prospering. Oh, the Most High is dealing with him. He's blessed.
That's what the scripture said, professing that gain is God.
Yeah. You know, they see a nigga making all this money off streaming or whatever, and Most High is dealing with this nigga. You know, he got a bag, he got this, he got all these cars. That nigga's wicked, man. He's pushing that wicked vibration on our people, and our people are just soaking it up like, oh yeah, man, you know, fuck that Bible, man. This is where it's at.
Sirach 5, starting at the top. "Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind, thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy crime. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let me go."
That's why they was, you know, tempting the Most High, saying, we're going to call the arrogant blessed, and those who are evil are getting rich. So basically, anybody that's doing wickedness, they seem to prosper. They're basically saying, well, if the Most High is real, then let him do something to me. Then let him harm me. And that's their attitude. Well, if I'm, hey, if I'm wicked, then let God judge me then.
Yep.
Hey, like the scripture said about these women. Where is the promise of his coming?
Yep.
You know? Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets. Shame shall, she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. We're saying, where is the Lord thy power? She that liveth for pleasure is dead while she liveth. But she's just living a life of sin. And because, nothing is coming from that, no consequences, you're getting all type of accolade, you getting rewarded for just being careless and shameless, disrespectful. So you can't have that attitude because the Lord, that should have catch up. It's going to end very tragically, man. Go ahead.
Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not, his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and
I've
wrath,
been eating pork all my life. I'm still fine.
Your grandma, she lived to 95.
Yeah. But shit, maybe the last 10 years of her life, she had fucking cancer. She was on all this medication because of.
She wanted to die 10 years ago.
Right. The Most High made her suffer for all that wicked diet.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna realize that when Jake got cancer and they're in the older ages, a lot of the time, majority of the time, it's because of their diet. And man, that pancreatic cancer, that's a motherfucker, man. Because you suffer, kidney failure, heart disease, liver disease.
That's the filter system.
All that's attributed to a fucking wicked ass diet. Being gluttonous, gluttony.
and say not, his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners.
It is.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, with GMT. So wicked people are wrong when they say to themselves, our life is short and full of sorrow, and when its end comes, there is no escape. No one has ever been known to come back from the world of the dead. We were born by chance, and after life is over, we will be as if we had never been born at all.
Yeah, no clue.
Right?
No one's gonna come back and pay for that shit.
Yeah. It says, our breath is no more than a puff of smoke. Our mind is nothing more than a spark thrown off by the beating of our heart. When that spark dies, our bodies will crumble into ashes, and our breath will become part of the empty air. Because where it really kicks in. So in time, no one will remember anything we ever did, and even our names will be forgotten. Our lives will pass away like the traces of clouds and vanish like the fog in the heat of the sun. Our time on earth is like a passing shadow. There is no escape from the day of our death. It is fixed, and no one can postpone it. Right? The wicked say, come on then, let us enjoy the good things of life and live in this world the way we did when we were young and free of care. Let's drink the most expensive wines and use the finest perfumes. Let's not miss a single flower in the springtime. Before the roses wither, let us pick them and wear them in our hair. Let us join in and leave signs everywhere of our carefree revelry.
That lifestyle and mindset is not even the mindset of a young person anymore.
No.
You got older women, 40, 50 years old, trying to
Go back and
relive that, and it's fucking wicked. Looks like it, bro.
She was a virgin again. She had 3 kids and some shit. She was a virgin again.
You get an operation that
Yeah.
delusion.
Look what it says, life owes us that much. Life don't owe you nothing. It says, we'll oppress the poor, will eat, even if they are righteous, will show no respect for widows or old people, will call ourselves right if we are strong enough to get what we want. It sounds like Edomites, right? It says, no one ever got anywhere by being weak. Righteous people are nothing but a nuisance. They, right? It says, so they look for chances to get rid of them. They are against what we do. They accuse us of breaking the law of Moses and violating the traditions of our ancestors. They claim to know God, and they call themselves the children of the Lord's children. We cannot stand the sight of people like that. What they are contradicts our whole way of thinking. Yeah, what they are contradicts our whole way of thinking. They are not like other people.
That's why people can't stand us.
Yep.
That's why people, you know.
They got a term, Bible thumpers. We're harsher than Bible thumpers.
And him that rebuketh in the gate.
Yep.
You know?
He said, they're not like other people.
yeah.
They have strange
That
ways.
ain't no small
Now,
fry.
the ways of righteousness is strange, right? So they think that our moral standards are so corrupt that everything we do should be avoided. It's the way of wickedness that they live, right? They boast of having God for their father and believe that when all is said and done, only the righteous will be happy. But we'll see if that's true. Let's see what happens when it's time for them to die. If the righteous really are God's children, God will save them from their enemies. That sounds like when Satan took the Yahweh Shai, said that if you really are the Son of God, we make these stones bread. You know, like
even better, claim to be the Son of God, get yourself off the cross.
Yeah.
Deliver yourself.
Yeah.
That's what they was telling me.
Yeah. It says, verse 19, it says, so let's put them to the test. We'll be cruel to them and torment them. Then we'll find out how calm and reasonable they are. We'll find out just how much they can stand. We'll condemn them to a shameful death. After all, they say that God will protect them. This is how evil people think, but they are wrong. That was a quote of how wicked people think. It says, they are blinded by their own wickedness. They have never known God's secrets. The way of righteousness they have not known you, right? It says, it goes as the way of righteousness we have not known. The light of righteousness hasn't shined upon us, right? It says, they have never known God's secrets, never hoped for the rewards of a holy and blameless life. Because in a society like this, where time is on man's understanding, not on the Most High's understanding, it seems like this is always the way it's going to be. It seems like, like we read in Ecclesiastes, for the wicked do evil and their lives are prolonged. Right? It says, for he did not intend for us to die, he made us like himself. It was the devil's jealousy that brought death into the world, and those who belong to the devil are the ones who will die. That's the whole chapter.
Get Sirach 9:12.
Sirach chapter 9 and verse 12.
There's, you know, like some of our people, they'll see influential people in high positions and wealthy, they'll be living a long life. They seem like they're very prosperous. You know, they're living real good, real well. And Jake be like, man, that's success right now. I want that. They envy it.
Yes.
Without realizing you don't know how their end is going to be.
Yeah.
And people look at Morgan Freeman as he's somebody good, he's all old and shit, right? This motherfucker got a pay at the end of his life.
Oh yeah.
You know he done done. He's on, I think, was he on FC's list? Like, there's people that's on that list that people look up to. Jay-Z, Beyonce are on the fucking list. Oprah on the list.
One that's rock 9, 10, 12, 9 and 12, right? It's Sirach chapter 9 and verse 12. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember, they should not go unpunished.
Matter of fact, start at 11. Start at 11.
Envy not the glory of the sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end.
Mm-hmm.
See that? Don't envy the glory of a sinner, man. Don't envy his you know, what made him successful. You don't know what the hell he done done. You know? Yeah, you see the accolades, you see the you know, what comes with his lifestyle.
They see the outward.
Yeah, all they're seeing is just the, you know, like the scriptures say, a gift destroyed the heart. All they're seeing is just the gift. You know, the bag. They're seeing, you know, the reward. They're not looking at the consequence. They're not looking at the end result, man. They're not looking at the destiny, the fate.
Yeah.
Look at the Michael Jacksons and Prince and Kanye West of the world. Okay, they want to snitch at the end, but you still did the match that got you to that level.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna just give it all away, are you?
Hey, just like when you come to serve the Lord, you gotta put away everything, the old you, everything, you know?
All right, brother.
When you enter that world, you gotta put away everything. Any kind of righteousness that was in you, it's out. You know?
The ones that don't make it are the ones that
You gotta fully turn into that to the left side.
It's crazy how not just the entertainment business, but something as simple as the medical field, in law. Like you want to be a lawyer, you think you're gonna go in there. Sometimes you're gonna have to come out. You know, you're gonna have to do things that's not in your character, or look the other way, or you know. In higher levels of success, it's some form of wickedness in this world.
devil's advocate.
Yeah.
That was that movie.
You quickly learn that if you can't change the system, you can't change it.
Yeah.
Either you become one of them, or everything you work hard for, everything you sacrifice your fucking life for, now you can't go forward with it.
You gotta cast it away.
You know, you can't. So think about, you go to school to be a lawyer. How many years of your life you gave to that?
Yeah, at least maybe 10. You know, maybe law school, maybe at least 8. And then you about to, you know, you're gonna say, man, I'm not with that shit. And then what you gonna do?
Exactly.
You already in the debt. You in the hole $200,000.
Or be a doctor.
Yeah.
4 years of undergrad and another 4 years of fucking medical school and 2 years of fucking residency and all that bullshit. You know?
It's like, what? We not really healing people?
Yeah.
Nah, man. We just
you get there. It's all about money. Man.
yeah. Nah, we just give them this pill and they.
You a legal drug pusher.
Yeah.
You're the real plug.
Yeah. Look, you going there all naive and shit. Wait, don't. But you know, adrenaline.
You a white jacket
cause
track boy.
Yeah.
Don't such and such cause this. Well, yeah, only on 70% of the people. That's 30% of the people that it can help.
Well, that's an old study.
Yeah.
That's the old remedy. You know.
That's the cure that we have in this house. That's not a cure.
Yeah, we got this new drug company. We need to start pushing this certain drug on these people. Because the drug company made revenue, man. We'll give you extra too.
And they'll give them the whole blueprint. Like, this is how we do it. We give them this. We get a certain percentage back every quarter. You know, we get this, and at the end of the year, we get the big bonus. And then they start thinking of that money, and that money, you know, clouds their judgment. Next thing you know, they all in with it.
And, you know, we just markets and that's ourselves. Don't have to put any secrets out there or whatever, not secrets, whatever. But we can see that the medical field, that each doctor pushes certain procedures because there's a personal benefit in it.
Yeah. It's about how fast they get paid through the insurance company.
Right. You see it. I mean, you can see it all the time. They always want you to, especially the lower the level of the hospital, you know, the more that they push.
When the 2019 was out, right?
Yeah.
They were getting all kinds of bonuses.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, that was the one that we really saw.
Big one.
Hey, just put it on the ventilator, and you get 13 grand.
Bonuses were off.
And then if you was writing off on the death certificate, and it was Crown Royal that killed him. It was getting
20 racks.
It was getting 20,000.
20 or 25, something like that. Yeah.
I got a quick Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. The physician is supposed to, heal you, man, with the herbs of the earth. But hey, these physicians they got now, doctors in the medical field, is all satanic. They just treat you. They don't cure the actual disease.
Yeah, and here's the cold game. If y'all didn't know, the cold game is, okay, let's treat you for this. We're just treating you. We're not curing you. We're going to treat you for this. It's going to cause this. Now you got to come back to us to get another treatment. And so now you got two of them. You only came in with one thing. You're going to leave the earth with 10 of them.
You don't come
You're
back.
gonna funnel all your money to us in the meantime.
You don't come back, when they think like, okay, this nigga will be back in about 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Call your age. Everything going on right? We haven't seen you,
And then the things
Act like they checking up
You've
on
been
you.
taking that medication, right?
Right.
I've heard like insulin and shit like that people need. It's super expensive,
Oh yeah.
and it's not covered. So like shit that really helps you somehow, it's super expensive, man. And the
they-
shit that kills you is
And they know people need that specific medicine, and what do? They monopolize it. They raise the price. It's like, yeah, we need this. They know they need this shit to live. Yeah, they put a patent on
I
it.
seen that clip from that movie from Joseph, right? I saw the clip of that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. He said, "Sell me this pen." He goes, "Let's show him how it's done." He goes, "Sign your name on here. Sign your name on that napkin." He goes, "I need a pen." He goes, "There you go." Right? Supply and demand. You gotta create the demand. You gotta create the demand. And that's how they do it. That's why all of these levels that he is involved in, the pharmaceutical, goes back to the food and drug,
Yeah.
goes back to the air quality, goes back to it goes to everything. Yeah, it all goes back to where one man's controlling the whole industry and all the ways of life, and all the money now just funneled back to him in some way, shape, or form.
they made a killing with that 2019, man.
They say billionaires became trillionaires. Motherfucker don't realize how much a $1 trillion is.
Yeah,
And you can't.
$1 trillion.
Yeah. How do you attain that? How do you attain that kind of money?
A million billion.
million.
Is it a million million?
1,000 billion.
A thousand?
No. A million.
Is it a million
That's how
billion?
big the
A
number
trillion?
is.
A million billion.
It's a million.
God. But it's an Edomite that has all that money. For what?
You probably have 4 billion. 4 trillion.
4 trillion. And what the fuck are you gonna do with all that money?
Elon Musk. People are going to the moon and shit. Yeah, some more shit.
Yeah, they're trying to get more.
Yeah. That's all you can do. You can do it all you can do is try to get more.
Just buying up land, hiring BlackRock, Vanguard, and the industrial complex to burn pieces of land so you can go in and buy it. That's what they're
You
doing.
got these motherfucking Edom. I was thinking these Edomites probably rent out the dude. Like, hey,
That's what I'm
yeah, hey,
You hire it.
yeah,
Yeah,
rent out the dude. Hey, I need about 10 hours, nigga. It's gonna cost you about 50 billion for them hours, man.
It's like the latest weapon, the latest toy.
Yeah.
Rent it out. Yeah, I was thinking that.
You gotta rent it out,
It's a
bro.
little expensive. I'm gonna let the Mr. Harp talk.
Yeah.
Get that harp. Get that harp over on the West Coast. You know,
Yeah.
And just like how they get together, that they invest. A lot of these dudes get together, they invest.
Yeah.
They hire the
Yeah.
industrial complex to do their dirty work. You know?
Yep. I got this.
It's big business, man. It's all just.
How else can they get the wealth that the elect are supposed to have without creating a business plan to get it done?
It all goes back to them.
And it's
You
through
know?
the suffering and what's the other word, man?
Oh not pain, but
You know what I'm saying? It's basically they attain it
I'm
through.
gonna say tribulation, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Pain and suffering.
The pain and the suffering of people, man.
Yeah.
That's how they get it.
Real quick, Wisdom of Solomon 15-12 says, "But they counted our life a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. For say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means."
I was gonna go to Isaiah the
That's
second
heavy.
chapter. Because that goes right with what I was thinking. Isaiah the second chapter. And the gates will be continually. His gates will be open continually. Well, their money funnels in continually in every avenue.
Yeah.
That's how they're getting all the money. Why would you sit on an oil reserve like America has over the Saudis? Money? You want their oil?
Yeah.
Because you sell.
Look at the stock market. The stock market, this money going up and down. Whether it goes up, whether it goes down, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the elites, they getting the money. You know, that's nothing but a stock market ain't nothing but to calculate all their fucking money.
Yeah, they control it.
Yeah.
They manipulate the
That's their
market
bank. Really.
Yeah.
That's the basic thing to watch their money.
And they can never lose.
based off all them debt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bank always wins.
Like they say, Vegas always wins. The house wins.
So it's corrupt. It's fixed. The game is fixed. It's corrupt. It's a big club, and you're not in it. You know?
Was that IQ that said it too? No, it was Cowboy that said they don't want guys like we want. There is a club, and we're not in it. They don't want nobody like us. Well, they do want you.
They just like the Most High has an elect, they got an elect.
Yep.
They got their dukes. It just is what it is, man.
Hey, and we don't want to be in the fucking club. We don't want to go in that club.
Yeah, we got our own club, money hour shop.
All right.
It's called the Tabernacle of David.
Yeah.
It's called the Church of the Firstborn. It's called the government, the Masharab, a Yahweh.
Yep.
You chanting against against this place and against the people who run it. Burn this shit down. Literally burn it down.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures tell us not to be envious. We always go to that in Psalms 37th chapter.
Yeah.
Don't fret yourself because of this, man.
Psalms
motherfuckers had this, man.
73.
Let them have it. This shit is it's gonna pass away any fucking way.
We're moving and investing in something everlasting. The Romans 8 always let it bring out too. We're showing you that it's an everlasting reward that we're getting that can never be taken away.
Right.
And it's the way you get it, the way you attain it. It's done the right way. A way that is not based off lies and deception, corruption, murder, robbery.
That's that incorruptible crown.
They do it for corruptible crown, we do it for
Yep.
It's not done through unrighteous dealings. You know?
That's right, 10 and
8.
because of
Unrighteous dealings.
righteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom will be translated from one kingdom to another.
Yep.
Yeah. It's gonna be a restitution, man. When Jake envy all this shit that Esau got, Jake crying out for reparations because they want to live on Esau's level. Man, let this devil have me. It was meant for him. He's supposed to get it. Esau is the end of the world. This is but it's getting ready to pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Let him have this shit for now. For now. Let him have it, man. Fuck this shit. Look how corrupt it is anyway. This shit is done, man. Everything about this place is finished. Straight folly, man.
It's good that the scriptures give you an insight, of the vision of the kingdom, man. Jerusalem gonna be built up with gold, precious stones. The streets gonna be paved with gold. That's in our kingdom, man. After the so-called white people goes down.
What good is it to have all the riches and gold and jewels, and you just gotta keep it all here?
Yeah.
Or when
We're gonna have it where it's so full display for all of us to truly enjoy, and the heathen come in when they finally gotta show up and pay whatever they gotta bring in. They don't come around and look around like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you think Vegas got bright lights? Wait till Jerusalem,
Yeah.
the kingdom of heaven, man. The gold, the sun gonna be shining off the gold in the streets, man.
pure
Light it
gold.
up.
Bright as fuck.
carbuncle.
Man.
Yeah,
That's the real natural energy, man.
shining.
And what you said, what's the use of having all these things here in this society when it can be taken from you? A nigga can come in there and rob you. A nigga, you know what I mean? It can be taken. In the kingdom of heaven, ain't nothing going. You gonna come up in your Habashai shit and come on,
You
man.
ain't gonna have no weapons of war.
No
You ain't
weapons.
gonna have nobody digging up fucking gold on the ground.
Nah.
I'm pulling this one stone. I'm pulling this one stone off the gates. I'm pulling pearl off the gates.
Yeah. And
You know we're gonna have them that here.
Sell it on the black market. They don't be like that in the kingdom.
I had a quick one back here. Matthew 6 and 19. Lay down up for yourself treasures upon earth where moth and rust do corrupt, but where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust do corrupt,
Yep.
but thieves do not break through nor steal. Right? Why would, this is all temple. This is all decaying. Look, the infrastructure is all fucked up around here. There's cracks in the ground. We don't have cracks in the ground, bro, that aren't meant to be there. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be like that. The cracks we gonna have will be the beautiful patterns of the stones that are,
Right,
the streets
right.
are paved with.
You can't. It's gonna be incorruptible. It can never be taken from us. You could give a nigga a plot of land and give him all the materials to build a big, nice house, but earthquake can come destroy it. The house can be paid off, but Esau, you still got to pay Esau's property tax. You don't pay your property tax, they put a lien in your house, and it's gone.
You alright bought the house.
Yeah.
What was that next Friday? I own the house.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Come to take that shit because you didn't pay us taxes.
Uncle Elroy.
Uncle Elroy, yeah. Shows you how frivolous this life can be. But in the kingdom, there's never been a more surety of anything but in the kingdom of heaven.
A nigga say everybody got to pay taxes. That's the one thing we got to do. We got to pay taxes. Niggas don't have that ruling class mentality.
Willing slaves.
Yeah.
I mean,
More slaves.
and they gave the Lord that question, right? About paying taxes.
Yeah.
We understand that right now we still gotta pay our taxes. But do we want to do this? Do we want the shit to go on forever? Do we want to continue to pay taxes forever? No.
Right.
All of my kids are big.
But the system, it's not like it's a righteous system where we're paying taxes and taxes are going, where shit's going where it's supposed to. It's a corrupt system where you got everyone paying taxes, And we think, oh, the money goes back into our communities, the streets. That shit's going over to fucking Israel.
Ukraine and Israel. Yeah.
Israel. Used to be the queen of England, is now the king.
Yeah. Was a nigga named Charles or some shit?
Yeah, King Charles. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, because when we taxed, we weren't taxed, it was tithes and offerings. We were supposed to be giving. And it went to what? Help the widows and the poor and the fatherless, you know. It went somewhere to help the rest of our nation be able to live and survive.
We had a natural welfare system.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Set up to help the needy.
You never see no Jake out there holding no sign or no Jake being homeless and being bums and shit. But you can see that everywhere.
It's like a part that it's a necessary collateral damage that has to happen. They calculate that shit. Well, we'll get rich, but there's some that won't. And who was that said, I hate to say it was Tupac, but somebody was like, why should anybody have an 8-bedroom house when there's people?
I want to say it was Tupac.
It was, and that was funny when I started thinking somebody else said it. It was in the movie In Time. Actually, the first thought I had was, why should anybody live forever if anybody else has to die? You know?
Yeah, the wealth gap, man, it's just it's unbalanced.
Yeah.
You know, the different levels between the rich and the poor, it's not right.
Isaiah 10:1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
Yeah.
That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
And here's the coldest part. When you take the father out the house, hey, the widows and the children are now prey. They're now who you prey upon. Look, so bad that you got the women said, I don't need no man. But now there's children growing up thinking they never needed a father in their life. That never knew what it was like to have a father in their life. And they're all right, but these are the same drug you rapper street niggas that we were talking about earlier.
And don't know the full story because their mom has, you know, because there's a lot of Jakes out there that, you know, want to be in their child's life, but
then they get this money. Look, the same rappers get this money, and they wouldn't dare not be in their kid's life. You know? Don't see that they needed it in their life.
yeah.
This was all by design, man. This was fucked up. So you can have this shit. You know? You Jakes that want this life, you can have this shit, man.
It's hell with this shit, man.
Hey, this place is covered in feces. Literally.
Yeah. Literally.
The streets are paved with shit.
It's fucking infested, man. Disease ridden.
Hey, we be reluctant to put our bags on the ground.
Yeah, man.
Not just because of where we're at, but just anywhere.
This shit is filthy, man. Even your children ain't safe.
Shit, we know they're going hard at it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Kurt's coming in, Kurt's going out.
Curse.
Kurt coming in, they let us poke away at him. Then if you ain't watching them, your kid may, you're not sure what your kid look like, it may not be in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
may not be in the nursery at the house. Shit's out, man. So,
Fuck around and take your child and put a clone in it, or not a clone, or like a some shit like that. Yeah, man.
And now we gotta look at it and be like, you know, how do we get out of this? Like you gotta look at it. There has to be something more to this whole thing. There has to be a judgment to come. People don't ever understand that judgment has to come. People don't give a care about how bad life and society is, but there has to be a balance. And then we all kind of feel that way. I think that's a common thought that all the hopeful left had. There has to be something more to this, man. There has to be something that rebalances life.
Judgment is necessary.
Right.
It's a necessity. Just like, you know, wickedness is a necessity because of the balance. Hey, judgment is a necessity. It's like
So Psalm 7 verse 9 says, "Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end,
Yes.
but establish the just, for the righteous power triumph their hearts and reigns. And all this shit come to an end. We know, how is it gonna come to an end? The Lord come and thrust in that sickle. For the harvest is ripe,
Yep.
fats overflow, but the wickedness is great.
That's one of those. For wickedness have exceedingly
Polluted the
whole
earth.
earth.
15.
With the 15th chapter, have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. How bad does it have to get? Your children can't be what they're naturally born to be. Like I'm talking gender.
Yeah.
You can't have one. You gotta. Was there an option on there that you didn't have to write? I think when I had one, there was no option not to disclose.
Non-binary.
Damn, Dennis, I'm not your, yeah, man, it's all bad. Every avenue that you look at in this world, man, is corrupted. This man has his hand in it to make sure a filthy hand of wickedness is put in there.
2nd Ezra 14, starting at 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, right? This current world. Because why? Verse 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. It's only gonna keep getting worse and worse. So we want to be free. We want to escape from this place, man.
That's it. That's it, man. So hey, with that, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor
To Yahweh, La'Shem Yahweh Shai, La'Shem Rakakwadash.
We want to stay over the apostles and bishops of the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and citation to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom. It was supposed to start coming down right now.